Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Celeste. It's been too long, hasn't it? I hope you all can forgive my absence though. Life's been a bit much lately. But I hope that drawing my cat in an apron will bring you joy. First, I'm starting out with a rough sketch, as usual. This will be what I work off of when I use my color pencils. As you may notice, I lined up some markers, but I ended up deciding not to use them because they create a bit of a harsher effect than what I wanted. So for that reason, I chose color pencils instead. Also for the reason that they create a nice soft look and even more of a vintagey type of look too. So you might ask, why a cat in an apron? Besides the fact that the idea of cats in fancy aprons is an adorable concept, this drawing is actually based off of a rather short dream my sister Serena had, which I'll explain in just a moment. Now, the cat in question is named Kai, who is mainly Serena's cat. He's a relatively newer addition to our family, and we all love him very, very much. He's super cute and really funny. Going back to the dream, Serena had told me that she was in a very bright white place. I think we could only assume that this dream took place in some kind of a cafe, despite it not being entirely visible. I don't know, it just explains why Kai would be wearing an apron to begin with. This is also why I ended up leaving the background blank in this drawing. Now, Serena had told me that she noticed Kai walking over to her, holding a cup of matcha in his paws. According to her, Kai was huge, way taller than she was anyway. He was also on his hind legs as he walked over, so we could just say that he was anthropomorphic in this reality. By the time he reached her and they were both standing in front of each other, he had gestured to her, offering the cup of matcha he had. He couldn't speak. But because Serena doesn't like matcha tea very much in real life, she declined the offer. However, with a nod of his head, Kai insisted that she at least take one sip. Naturally, with a fair bit of hesitance, Serena took a sip of the tea, but to her surprise, she actually loved it. She told him that it was really good, and pleased with her reaction, he just smiled at her. And that's pretty much where the dream ended, my friends. Short but sweet. What was really interesting to me was my sister's description of what Kai actually looked like. Now, mind you, before she had even described him to me, I already had a very specific idea of what he might have looked like in my own mind. But I soon found out that we had very different ideas of what his appearance was like. Serena said that in the dream, he had a very animated look, similar to that of a Studio Ghibli character, but a little more real, I guess you could say. She even said it was a little difficult to explain herself. In the dream, he was indeed wearing an apron, but it was more of a barista type of apron, like the ones you typically might find in cafes. It was also gray. Whereas in my version, Kai is wearing more of a frilly Maid apron. I don't really have a reason for that other than it being more aesthetically pleasing to me, but yeah, that is what I ended up going with. While this rough sketch has more of a cartoony look to it now, I ended up going down a more realistic approach to drawing him, as you'll soon find out. Another thing I should point out is that this drawing is based off of the image I initially had in my head of Kai in the dream. I guess I wanted to do it in this way to show you all where my mind goes in terms of thinking of character design and style. That is also why Kai is holding a normal tea set with cookies instead of just a cup of matcha tea. This is what I pictured him to look like before any real descriptors from Serena. Perhaps I'll go back again and draw him as she described him in the dream. I wonder what this dream could be telling her. What do you think? Leave a comment about it if you'd like. Dreams have always been something I've paid a lot of mind to. I think they're absolutely fascinating. Did you know that we could have up to 7 dreams per night? The sad part about that, though, is that as soon as we wake up, many of those dreams are forgotten. However, I think it must mean something if we wake up remembering at least one, even if it was just the simplest of dreams, or at least they seem simple in the spur of the moment. I actually remember most of my dreams, though, luckily. I am also an avid lucid dreamer too, which means that I am in full control of what happens in my dreams. I really would love to start a Draw My Dreams series to show you all where I've traveled throughout my subconscious and what my imagination has been capable of. I'd also love to talk through these dreams with you all and unearth the potential hidden messages within them. I don't believe we dream without a reason. Our minds are a treasure trove of mystery and wonder, and it's incredible. I look forward to my dreams every night. So with that being said, I know that this dream may not have been mine, but I had a vision for it. As for my own dreams, I do already have quite a few written down that I would love to revisit by drawing or painting them. So if you'd like to see these videos, or more videos like that in the future, leave a thumbs up and a comment of what your most recent dream was. I would love to read about it. Alrighty, my friends, I think I've talked for long enough. I'm just gonna let you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Toodleoo for now. Bye, Kai. No.